Good morning, good day, hello to you. Welcome to Hug Nation Live. This is Pink Ride Day. So, exciting times. If you are at Burning Man or anywhere in the world, today we are going to celebrate a little extra connection, a little extra celebration of Hug Nation and Grandpa Caleb and Pink Fuzzy Connection. So thank you for being here. I am John Halcyon. I am the host of Hug Nation Live, and it is a place to share gratitude. It is a place to remind ourselves that we are not alone, that we are surrounded by like-minded, open-hearted people. And gatherings like this can help us remember that and hopefully give us the strength, the encouragement to shine our lights a little brighter so that we give others the permission to shine theirs. If you are here live, say hello. If you're watching this recording, would love to hear whenever you watch this what's in your mind, what you are grateful for. It is a, you know what? Let's start with a song as we often do. Today is the day of the pink ride. And if you've been a little late, I'll let it slide. Because the pink ride's for what is so good. It gathers us from all the neighborhood. We say I love you to everyone we pass by. And sometimes they are shocked and they kinda wonder why. People are so good to them when they've done nothing themselves. And then they take their ego and they place it on the shelves. And we say, ooh, join us on the pink ride. Ooh, it makes you feel so good inside. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, 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 the pink ride. Good morning, good day, hello to you. I have been thinking so much about the people who are at Burning Man right now. So I'm hoping you're finding treasures in the mud. Hopefully the adversity is cracking open parts of your heart and minds and allowing for new places of growth, new realms of possibility. Maybe some extra challenging stuff that is exactly what your spirit needed to evolve. I hope. But my heart is a little bit of, I want to just pick everyone up and dry them off and scrape the mud off their shoes and give them big hugs. Good morning, Juan. Are you on fly right now? I so appreciated your update. Sounds like Pink Taco at Iron 8 is crushing it. So good to hear. And hopefully the fly is dry enough that the pink ride will be able to go on today as scheduled at noon, which is noon Black Rock City time, which I got to double check. What time is it for you right now, Juan, in Black Rock City? Is it 10 for you right now, or is it 9? One says, I ate tacos is going great. It has been hard, but it is going great. Good. Yeah, I mean, I'm not there, but this sounds like the hardest year ever. I mean, just the windstorm would have been potentially the hardest. Just multiple days of rain makes it comparable to how bad it was for the mudpocalypse. And then you've got both? Oh, man. Hello, Jean-Charles. Hello, Berners from Belgium. I love you too. Oh, what a treat. Well, I encourage everyone today, wherever you are, to give a compliment to somebody as you're passing today. At noon in Black Rock City, there's going to be a crowd of people dressed in pink riding their bikes around the city saying, I love you, or giving a compliment to everyone you walk. They go by, oh, you look amazing, I love your shoes. And it's this incredible pink ribbon of love that goes through the city and then ends in a hug in center camp. And it's generally the highlight of my year, the first time for me in 18 years that I have not been there to participate and lead it. And I'm so excited to know that Mingle and Brightside and Bubbles are going to be there leading it. And Juan is going to be there, adding his awesome Love Ambassador energy. And I am charging up my pink fur bike right now and planning to ride around at noon and try to be matching our timing so that I'm doing it in my neighborhood while it's happening in Black Rock City. I actually just found a video from, well, my grandpa was still around, so it had to be like 2006 maybe, where my brother and sister-in-law went to visit Grandpa Caleb, and they led Hug Nation from his room while I was doing it from Black Rock City. So we had the same thing going of like same vibe all over the planet at the same time. So we're gonna try to do that today. So maybe I'll probably, I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do it. Maybe I will be in the gratitude Zoom room. I got to figure out the timing, but Juan says, the pink ride will be as wonderful as it can be without you. The time is 9 o'clock. Okay, so we're on the same time. Thank you, Juan, for letting me know. So noon for you is going to be same as noon for me, noon Pacific, which is when we generally meet for a gratitude circle. So I might tell the gratitude circle that it's going to be a pink ride experience today. And it's 6 p.m. in Belgium. I love that. Well, we are tapping into our radical self-expression and radical inclusion all over the world. It was cool. I went to I had a choir practice, and the location got changed last minute, so we had it at a church, and it was this really funky, cool church, and they had a sign that said like radical. It wasn't inclusion, but it was like radical fellowship or radical welcoming or something like that. But they used the word radical, and I was like, "Oh, this is kind of got a 10 principles feeling to it." It felt like radical inclusion, but it was very similar wording. It was awesome. Good morning, Janet. Good morning. Well, I am grateful. I'd love to hear what you're grateful. I'm grateful for a beautiful men's group online that I had last night, and got to hear some challenging stuff that some of my brothers are going through, and got to just be there and listen. And then we all had, moments of shared wisdom and reminders for each other. It's so nice to hear, just to be able to be inspired by other people's truth. All right, Shelly Jo says the pink ride is happening here in my town, Montana. Wearing all pink and spreading love. Yeah. Oh, that's incredible. Well, if you snap a picture of yourself today, send it my way, and I'll try to make like a collage of anybody that participates, and mash it up with video and pictures from the Playa ride. Jean-Claude says, what's your point of view about this baby birth on the Playa? First time hearing of it. Wow. I didn't know anything about a baby being born on Playa. I certainly know of babies that have been conceived on Playa. And I guess I'm not super educated about the birth process and birth doula stuff, but my impression is that babies can be born anywhere, and for many, 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 many years, babies were born outside of hospitals. So I trust the parents and the mother, and trust that it was exactly perfect. Whoa, Jean-Claude says the mother didn't know she was pregnant. Okay, that's wild. Janet says, I'm grateful for an excellent trip to Chicago this week. Exciting project there. I'm feeling aligned to my life's purpose, spreading joy in the world. Yes! Oh, you just got me charged up, Janet. Thank you. I've been having an interesting experience the last couple of weeks as a number of little video reels that I've made about Burning Man have gone semi-viral. And so I've had some incredible comments and connections from burners and quite a few comments from people who just love the opportunity to bash Burning Man and me just without knowing anything about me. And it can be there's been moments that I've been a little discouraged. Like, this is what baseline public, the people outside of my bubble, this is their reaction to things that I think are so important and beautiful. So I love being reminded that there are people out there spreading joy. Lorna says, thank you for showing there are many ways to be at Burning Man, even though I'm not. My husband of 50 years wanted to go alone this year. I was a bit hurt. I'm grateful now for not being invited, as I've grown another step of gratefulness. Beautiful. You know, I can really respect the desire to go solo. And in fact, I've often told people who, who they want to go and they want to bring their family. I'd consider going solo, because one of the really powerful opportunities at Burning Man is to just start to really trust and listen to your inner guidance. And it's very hard to do that if you are attending to other people's needs. And so even in I tell couples, make sure you have some time apart, because if you are trying to anticipate what your partner needs or attending to their needs, then you're never quite getting free enough from your mind to just surrender to flow. And I think that allowing your partner to experience that is a beautiful, it can be a beautiful connecting opportunity, to trust one another, to allow, one's full expression and know that I trust you, and I want you to have whatever experience that you need to have. And hopefully that true desire of each other wanting the other to grow and as much as possible brings them closer together. Good morning, Laura. Laura says, dreaming of going to Burning Man. Been watching all your videos. Maybe I'll get there one day. I trust that you'll be there in perfect timing. And, I encourage you to look into if there are regional events near you. It can be a daunting task to get to Black Rock City in Nevada, and even going. I mean, if you look at the news this year, it takes so much preparation, and there's so many things you have to be prepared for. But there are regional events that are closer and not as long, and can allow you to experience the Burning Man culture and practice 10 principles without nearly as much sacrifice and effort. I've been to many regionals, and they're beautiful. And then through the regionals, you can also meet a lot of people who are into Burning Man, and then maybe that's a good way to find a theme camp type connection, so that going to the burn as a group can be easier. You don't have to go in a group, but if you were at Burning Man this year by yourself and you're having to deal with all this weather and you only had your own little tent or something, it's hard. But if you have a group of 100 or something, and there's shared shade structures and shared resources, and some people, and there's so much, it's nice to have a village. Now, even if you're by yourself, your neighbors become your village, and the whole burn, people take care of each other. But finding people close to you, local to you, to help plan to go to Burning Man or your regional is really helpful. High Noon, hello, good morning. High Noon says, I'm grateful for knowing emotions that I'm feeling that are uncomfortable are just trying to tell me something. I know it is just a moment and will not last forever. I love those parts of me. Bravo. That's a big thing. And that was a big part of my men's group last night. We were talking about that, over time and with wisdom, you start to be able to have awareness that even if you're not enjoying something, that you can know that future self will be grateful, or that this moment will pass. And you can start to have a little bit more courage to be with the experience, because even though it feels not good, there's a part of you that knows it's temporary and knows that it's healthy. Viraja, good morning. Hello. Happy Pink Ride Day to you. I love you too. Today is the day of the Pink Ride, which happens, today is the 18th annual. At noon today, there will be a gathering at Pink Heart in Black Rock City. And there'll be a little gathering and connecting and gratitude, and then a bike ride through the city where people say, I love you, or give a compliment to everyone they pass. It's my first year missing it, so I'm super excited to hear how it goes on Playa, and I'm charging up my pink fur bike in the courtyard and planning to ride around SDSU if I can summon the energy and courage to do so at the same time. And I know we've got Shelly Joe is going to be participating in, is it Montana? I think is what Shelly Joe said. Yes, so we got Pink Ride participants all over the globe, spreading the good vibes. Anybody else want to share anything that they're feeling grateful for today? I am so grateful for my partnership and for Lisa. An example, at dinner yesterday, she said, can I share a story that I have in my head? And I'm like, of course. And she explained, 'cause I've been a little bit in a funk last couple of days for a few reasons. I was taking a little break from caffeine, so I was a little detoxing from that. Not today. I'm charged up today for Pink Ride. But I was getting a lot of negative stuff online that was kind of bumming me out, and honestly, I was bummed about people at Burning Man that were not having a good time. Like, there's a part of me that feels like I'm not going, but I have projects that are happening, and they're just kind of like, like these projects are like my children, and they're so equipped to go off into the world, and then to have, as they step into the world with all their beauty and strength, just be like bullied and attacked by the weather. I just, like, my heart is breaking. I'm like, oh, I don't want it to be so hard for you. I want this to be fun and easy. And of course, you cannot protect your children from those kinds of things, and you never know if that's what they need for their highest growth. And still, it's been hard to imagine, and to have some reports from people there that I know and love that are really, it's morale crushing to build things and have them destroyed, and rebuild it and then have it destroyed, and then take it down and put it back up, and then have mud so that you... Anyway, I was a little bummed. So Lisa said, I have this story that you not going this year, there's things going on in your head, and that it's making you feel distant from me, and basically she was wondering if she was causing me, or she was responsible for some of my feelings of being down. And the answer was not at all. And I was so grateful that she had the courage to voice these thoughts that she was having, because we both do it all the time. And so having this practice of saying, hey, I'm having this story, it either gives me opportunity to say, like, actually, yeah, like, I know it's irrational, but I am feeling like I'm blaming you for something, and then I thank you for, let's talk this through. Or like last night, I was able to say, oh, no, that I am struggling with some things, but really they don't have anything to do with you. And in fact, I've really been appreciating our connection as a anchor and a soothing place during this time that's a little wobbly for me. So I'm so grateful for our relationship and our communication. Yeah, it's priceless. It's such a treasure. Good morning, Lakia. Good morning, or good day, whatever time it is for you. It's 9:30 here, or 9:20. Hello, Joyous. And High Noon says, I will do my best as I run some trails to spread some love, kindness, and awesomeness to those I come across today. And, it can be a little bold to say I love you as you're passing people in the streets without a parade of pink also doing it. So the pink ride it also just be compliments. You can say, I love your shoes. Oh, great hat. You are walking with beautiful posture. Anyone else want to share any gratitude before we have a hug and head out into our days? If you have any plans to participate in the pink ride in any way today, if you're going to dress in pink or go on a bike, take a picture of yourself or take a little video or have someone shoot a picture of you or a video of you and then send it my way, and I'll edit it into a global pink ride video that will add to the video that people are going to be shooting at Black Rock City today. Viraja shares, I am grateful to be able to communicate openly with family members to support a very serious situation with my brother and mother. Thank you for sharing and sending you love and strength and support as you maneuver the difficult situation or serious situation. Man, family is hard. That was a lot of my men's group last night was listening and trying to support one of our members who's got some mother-brother stuff that's really hard. The most intense classrooms of our lives are family and relationships. Whew. Sending love. Joy says, gratitude, my heart holds bravery in my truths, even if they are hard to say. Love that. Now, if you will join me, let me take this, and wherever you are, give yourself a squeeze, hug yourself, and as we are hugging one another, feel connected in this moment beyond the physical. It doesn't matter where your feet are, it matters where your heart is, and we can be connected in this moment, connected to those on Playa, connected to those all over this world, even those watching this recording later, reminding ourselves that we are not alone. We are surrounded by like-minded, open-hearted people, and there is a beautiful activism just in allowing our hearts to shine and demonstrating to others that it's okay to be open-hearted. So let's join one another in this shared human experience for a moment. Take a deep breath in and squeeze one another. Feel me squeezing you. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of us here, thank you for being here for this Hug Nation Live. Thank you for your participation in the Pink Ride, however that looks. Have a beautiful day. I love you. If you know someone who might be interested in the men's group I'm doing September 7th, reach out, send them my way. We've got a few spots and I'm excited about it.